one of the common mistakes when we're trying to lose weight is where our gauge is at. How we determine whether or not we're successful in our health journey is very important as to it has a huge impact on our results, how our body functions. And what I mean is this, is that our gauge will help us to determine what's going on. So it should be efficient in its ability to examine and consider all the necessary components. Now, since we're individuals that are multi-dimensional, there's not just one part of us. Of course, it would be a lot easier if it was just the natural body, but we deal with our emotions, we're dealing with our current and our past, and we have the ability to show concern or to worry about the future. All of the things that are included in our lives affect all of our habits. There's nothing that you can isolate from something else that you do. And unfortunately, that's one of the fallacies that are out there. And in this situation, we're talking about nutrition, and it's huge because it's something that our body actually needs in order to function, but it needs food. It doesn't need chemicals. And because of our society, we've been giving ourselves chemicals. And so throwing off the reactions and the responses of how our body functions and communicates to us. And so when it comes to changing our physiology, it's important to have the right gauges. It's important to have an accurate means of assessing what's going on with your body and what's been beneficial to it. Sometimes we just use a scale. Many times it's just a scale. And this is one of the huge stumbling blocks for individuals, because if you gauge it by the scale, you can lose muscle very easily. You can lose muscle and you can lose fat. And oftentimes, if we're depleting our body of nutrients and we're not active enough, we run the risk of losing muscle, which is the active part of our physical body. We need that in order to move our body through the different activities that we engage in throughout the day. But if society tells us that, jump on the scale and that'll tell you if you lost weight. Well, what about your energy levels? What about your eyesight? What about your skin? What about your hair? What about your nails? What about your joints? What about your pain? What about your energy, the strength? What about all of these components that are representative of and can give us indication as to maybe something going in an unhealthy direction? So what I wanted to encourage you to do, instead of jumping on the scale and using it as your gauge, use it only as part of the information that you use. There's just make it a small percentage of, or a percentage of the information you use in order to determine what direction you're going. It's very easy to lose weight and get unhealthy. If you don't believe me, go visit any sick ward of a hospital. Individuals that are bedridden, they lose a lot of weight. But is it the type of weight that they want? Are they feeling great? Absolutely not. Different medications can cause us to lose bone density, and so your weight's going down, but is that the type of weight you want to lose? No. If I were to ask anyone, the answer would be, I want to lose body fat. In most cases, I want to lose body fat. Anyone that also wanted to feel good as they're living, they want to lose body fat. You don't want to lose bone density. You don't want to lose your muscle that helps to move your body through your daily activities in life. One of the detrimental effects, which I'm sure that an individual who wants to lose weight does not want to experience, is with this loss of muscle, your body's ability to utilize energy slows down. And so what happens is, since you lowered the amount of active tissue, you make it easier and you're more susceptible to be able to gain body fat quicker. And so you're working against what it is that you actually want to do. And what I've found is that when it's this desperation to lose body fat, to get this number, that there's a wrong perspective of what that weight loss is going to do. There's an expectation of that weight loss validating you as a human being, validating you as a significant contributor to society, validating you in the ways in which it cannot, because it's just it's an outworking of something that happened to something deeper inside. And so if you're going to do this, get your body fat checked first and get it rechecked every 3 to 4 weeks to make sure that the weight that you're losing is body fat and not muscle. And now another indicator of you losing the wrong type of weight would be if your energy is decreasing. But sometimes it's hard to gauge because a lot of times individuals that are unhealthy, they just never pay attention to the signs that their body is giving them. So I do want to put that out there, that sometimes when I'll give recommendations for ways that the body communicates with us, many people are negligent of how their body feels. Like, to ask the question, how does your body feel? How does your mind feel? Like, there's no differentiation between the two. There's no awareness that there is a difference between the two. Oh, that's my mind. Oh, and this is my body. There's two different things. Or as to where the pain is coming from. I'm reminded of a joke where someone went to the doctor and they told the doctor, oh, it hurts everywhere. They said, well, show me where it hurts. They said, ooh, when I touch here, ooh, it hurts. They said, when I touch here, it hurts. When I touch here, it hurts. And they touched all these different parts in their body, and it hurt. And the doctor said, wait a minute. He said, let me see your finger. Their finger was broken, was injured. And so many times this is like individuals that, we're just so focused on, oh, I want to look like that person, especially with social media that's out now. All this comparison and trying to look like something else. And the reason for that is because you think that when you look that certain way, that you're going to feel a certain way, that you're going to be validated as an individual. No, that has nothing to do with your purpose, meaning you obtaining a certain way of looking is not going to give you an awareness of your purpose. Sometimes the process can, if that's what it has something to do, and many times God can use things that we go through to help us out. But what I mean is, looking that way is not going to automatically get you to understand that, oh, wow, I have value now. No. Relationship with God shows you that. God validates that for you. And so exercise, yes, but your motives behind it is going to have a huge determining factor on your outcome and whether or not you're actually moving towards health or not. And I've seen this go in the wrong direction. I've seen individuals work out and do things that were considered healthy for the wrong reasons. But then what happened is they ended up falling off track because their motive for it was incorrect. It was to get the attention of this person or to feel validated. And they get there and then they're like, oh, that doesn't really feel like anything. It doesn't feel the way that I thought. And so that's a horrible place. It's not fun to be in that place, okay? To work so hard with the intention and expectation of it fulfilling you in a way that it cannot. Being healthy is great. Exercising, having fun, seeing the transformation, the shape of your body change, that's fun. But if you make exercise your savior, exercise is a poor savior, is a horrible savior. Exercise cannot save you. God can give you all you need, and then he can take you through that process of obtaining health and maintaining your health and living in health. And so don't use the improper gauges in order to be able to determine whether or not you're doing the right things to keep yourself healthy, because it will backfire. Don't use the scale to determine your success or failure. I speak with individuals all the time, and I'll ask them something like, how are your goals going? Or, how's your workout going? And, Oh, I'm doing good. I lost such and such amount of weight. That's a red flag. Because you just said you're doing good because you lost the weight. Or another person might say, oh, not too good. I didn't lose any weight this week. So was that the only reason why you exercise? Well, you won't be exercising for long. You won't be able to maintain long term the results of improved balance and strength and improved cognitive abilities, because it does fight against memory loss when you exercise. It helps with that in that area. Increased bone strength and protect, longevity in your joints because of the protective nature of the muscles that are surrounding it that you've utilized in the right way. All of those benefits we get from exercise, but you just focus on one, the results and the outcome will not be healthy. So find out about these different ways of gauging your health. Is your joy increasing? Do you have joy? Do you have hope? Are your aches and pains decreasing? Is your skin and your hair looking healthier? Is your body moving easier? Are you breathing better? All of these components have a determining factor and can be very efficient or accurate gauges collectively to help you to determine if you're going in the right direction.